Hey there, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading for the week of September 26th. We're going to do what I'm going to call a 333 reading. I don't know. I can't do math, so don't ask. But basically, we're going to pull 3 rows, and then I'm going to clarify it 2 times. So, I don't know, 3, 3, 3, something like that. And I'm going to pull 3 yes or no question cards at the end. So, if someone wants to tell me how many 3s are in this reading, go for it. But I'm using the Tarot of the Mystical Moments, by the way, as well, if you're wondering what deck this is. This reading looks amazing, Scorpio. I can tell you right now, these are really, really good cards. So let's jump into it here. You have this key card. It says successful outcome to your problem. And you have this leg card, stepping into new experiences. Love it. So definitely could be some problems that you are overcoming in your life. I feel for a lot of you, this has to do with forgiveness or heartbreak. And I'm not even just referring to love. You start off with a 3 of Swords. Sorry, not in frame. But what I would say is, with that 3 of Swords, it doesn't have to be love. You can be heartbroken about anything. You could be heartbroken about like a project not working out, about a business not going your way. This reading looks freaking amazing for money. You have this bread card, like getting your bread. You have this coins card, which is all about money. You have this crown card as well. And this basket card. These are really, really good cards for your finances and for improving your finances. So if you're trying to improve your finances, I would say that it's going to involve a new experience, new job, getting a promotion, a raise, asking for one of those things as well. I keep telling people that, until 2025, really longer, it's like fortune favors the bold. You're not going to just get a raise. You're not going to just get a promotion. You're going to have to ask for it. And on top of that, as I always tell people, everybody keeps getting the Queen of Wands and King of Wands. And I always say to people, if your boss says no, you need to ask, okay, how? Like, no is not the end in the energy that we're in right now. Really, squeaky wheel gets the grease. The people who are more aggressive in a good way, the people that ask the right questions are going to be the people that are successful. So I would encourage you to not take no for an answer. Obviously we're referring to work here, in work or business, and you need to ask how. And I definitely encourage people to also follow up. Like if you're trying to do anything in your life, follow up. All those things are going to be important. You have the 3 of Swords, the 10 of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles. I mean, literally a brand spanking new beginning here, Scorpio. This is an ending, clearly. And then Ace of Pentacles, a brand new beginning. So I feel there's a brand new beginning that you could be experiencing. I really get a lot of past pain here, Scorpio, with the 3 of Swords. I feel like you're saying my life is pain. So how Scorpio of you. But I feel like you could be going through a healing in general. This could be in love, but I'm also getting a lot about health here. I am not a doctor, so do not take this as medical advice. And see a doctor if you have a medical problem, obviously. But what I would say here is that I feel just a lot of healing in general. It's not like one thing or the other. I feel there are multiple things that you're healing from. You have the 10 of Swords, which is a difficult ending. And I feel you have experienced a difficult ending in your life, but you're kind of like on your glow up here is what I'm feeling. Just looking at this reading, it's an amazing reading other than this. And you can see on the 10 of Swords that this right here, the sun, is always rising in the back of the 10 of Swords. So there are clearly some improvements coming in for you. And again, based off the rest of the reading, 10 of Cups, all these good oracle cards, I'd say that you're moving towards a bright new beginning with the 10 of Swords. People love to tell me how bad the 10 of Swords is. And I always say, yeah, but this guy normally has 10 swords in his back. It doesn't take 10 swords to kill a person. He's definitely dead. So doesn't get much worse than that. It's like he has hit rock bottom. So I don't really see the 10 of Swords as that bad of a card because he's dead. He's dead. To me, 9 of Swords is much worse than the 10 of Swords. But here you go. Ace of Pentacles, clearly some sort of new beginning coming in for you. A very fertile offer. Those are the words that are popping into my head. It could be a love opportunity, which I definitely see here. Knight of Cups and the 10 of Cups, Page of Cups. So Page of Pentacles could be a new person coming in for you here. And I feel like you're going to have to be a little bit patient. I'm wondering if there's distance here. I don't see it yet, but I just feel it intuitively that there could be travel. Mostly based off the fact that you have that Knight of Cups. But again, this is intuitive, so take it with a grain of salt. But I would also say that if you're working on anything new, any new projects or businesses, that there could be some regrowth here. And I do feel like saying regrowth. Some of you could be revisiting like some old business ideas or some businesses maybe that you have tried to work on. I feel like you're kind of seeing it with fresh eyes. So again, if you're revisiting something, for some of you, I'm getting YouTube channel, so it could be a YouTube channel. Maybe you're a tarot reader or something. But I feel like some of you, I feel like I said this to you recently, and I'm getting something about like revisiting it, but it's like you're looking at it with new eyes, whatever it is, doesn't matter. Could be a job, business, whatever. And I feel like you're looking at something in a different way, and you're saying like, okay, I'm going to take it seriously this time. Maybe not that you didn't take it seriously the first time if you're revisiting something, but I feel like you just have kind of like a fresh perspective here, and it's allowing you to be successful, clearly. You have this coins card. It literally says money will be coming into you. It's like raining gold on this card. You have this bread card. It says prosperity. It says period of prosperity and abundance. So are you kidding me, Scorpio? Clearly, there is some good stuff coming in for you in your finances or as far as prosperity is concerned. You have the temperance card. Every single water sign this week has had some sort of message about needing to make sure that you don't give up. Like, you know, and like I said, squeaky wheel gets grease, right? All that. You don't have it here, of course, because I'm trying to prove a point. But, you know, all the fire energy I've been getting in readings. It's like if your first idea doesn't work out, don't give up because fortune favors the bold. If you really want something, keep working on it because eventually you're going to have a breakthrough. And I feel like that's what that temperance card is saying. Temperance is about turning one thing into another. It's a card of patience, but you know, I don't even think that's the right word to use with temperance because it's not so much about patience. It's more about kind of not giving up. Normally on the temperance card, the path to glory is behind the temperance angel. The path to glory, you know, there's a path that ends in the glowing crown behind the temperance angel. And it's like the one thing you really want in your life or something that you see is super special in your life. But it's about kind of transforming things and turning things around or turning one thing into another and using your powers of manifestation, your powers of work, whatever, to make it happen. You have the Ten of Cups, the Temperance card, and the Page of Pentacles. I would say that if there is love coming in for you, that I kind of get power couple vibes here. Look at how these two are kind of together. Could be a Pisces. I'm pretty sure you've had Pisces in your readings. I don't know. But could be a Pisces. Look at all the fish here on the card. But I kind of get power couple vibes. I get like a lot of happiness here for you as well. So regardless of what it is, you know, I feel a lot of happiness coming in with the Ten of Cups. I would also focus on happiness. To me, one of the most powerful things you can focus on for manifestation other than love is happiness. They're kind of similar, but, you know, just focusing on joy and happiness can manifest things very quickly into your life. But definitely if you want like a family, Ten of Cups is happy home, happy family. You have the Page of Pentacles, could be new love, like I said, definitely a new person, Page of Pentacles, Page of Cups, Knight of Cups, so if you're focused on love, I mean, really I don't want to beat a dead horse here, but there could be love coming in. I would also say that, you know, on a traditional Ten of Cups, the family, they are like standing in the real world, they're focused on that rainbow above them, and it kind of represents the fact that they are in the real world. They still have to deal with all the problems, all the challenges, all the stuff that's going on around them, but they're choosing to be happy. Two pages, very childlike energy, which is a good thing, I feel, for you this week, Scorpio. I feel like focusing, like being more childlike, focusing on your inner child, and even though there are things that are going on in your life around you or in the world, choosing to be happy is going to be, you know, a good thing for you. This is kind of reminding me, people always get mad at me when I say this. They're like, there are all these horrible things that are happening. And I can tell you that these people are like neurotic freaks, right? The people that just focus on all the bad stuff, right? And, you know, one of my favorite people of all time, Esther Hicks, she says, you cannot get sick enough to make sick people healthy. You cannot be miserable enough to make miserable people happy, or you know, whatever, right? So we have to turn things around. What we have been doing hasn't been working for a long time. That's what I always say to these people that are like, how dare you not pay attention to the news and cry every single time someone gets shot or anything. I'm like, well, paying attention to it certainly isn't working, right? Definitely not a solution, right? So, you know, that's what I'll say there. And I would make sure that you turn the energy around with the Temperance card. Temperance is turning one thing into another. So I feel this kind of like transmutation of energy that is happening, but you are learning to transmute energy, I feel. With the Temperance card, you're learning to turn things around. I feel like you've been very patient as well. Like, I feel like you have been patient for a very long time. And, you know, I feel your patience is being rewarded. Here you go. You have this basket. It says recognition, reward for merit. Are you kidding me? That's exactly what it's saying. And you have this crown. It says honor and respect will come to you. So I definitely like this. I feel like you could be feeling like a king or a queen. Take it how it resonates. I don't care, right? But I feel like you're feeling like royalty here, Scorpio, or will be in the future. Again, if you are looking for love, definitely could be like power couple vibes for sure. If you're attracting a person like that, could be like a king, queen type of energy, whatever you want. For others, I do feel like you have very good ideas at this time. Again, the crown. It's like the things that you're thinking about could be very successful. I don't really see it as a challenge, but justice. I feel you need to start putting energy into the right side of the scale. With the Justice card, you have the Knight of Cups, Page of Cups, and the Justice card. Justice is cause and effect. It's like, but you see, what I'm really focused on is how those scales are perfectly balanced. Normally, I would say that's a good thing. In your situation, like, I feel some experimentation needs to start happening. I feel like you need to start putting things like into practice or putting things into action, especially in work, business, or otherwise, because I feel you could be like very successful at this time, clearly, but you have to put the work in. You have the Page of Cups, definitely could be love coming in for you. We're going to have to clarify. I'm not sure what's going on with this love stuff. You have the Knight of Cups, and again, definitely seems to be a focus in your reading. The other thing I would say is that she is very focused on that fish that's in that cup, and to me, the fish could be part of her imagination. It might not exist. So the Page of Cups to me is a card of imagination. You could be dreaming about some goal, wish, or dream, and I feel like you need to bring it down to earth. Your answer is actually this Knight of Cups. Again, could be a knight in shining armor, but outside of love, normally the Knight of Cups is standing in front of some water. There's water that's normally flowing in front of him, and he's standing in the desert. It kind of represents the fact that he could easily plant seeds in front of the water, even though he is in the desert. There is something here about kind of needing to ignore reality, because again, normally if you were standing in the desert, right, there would be no way that seeds could grow in the desert, but he's standing in front of water. So like, in that 10 of Cups, I was kind of saying that. I'm not saying you're ignoring reality, but what I am saying is I feel like there's a need for you to realize that you have everything you need. You have the resources you need to maybe make something that is part of your imagination much more successful than you realize. So let's dig into this and let's see. We're going to do the first clarification here with the regular tarot. With the Three of Swords, you have the Justice card. I feel like this is, going this way. Justice, Temperance, Justice. Those are, Temperance is very similar to Justice because it's like, putting energy back and forth, pouring the water back and forth between the two cups. Justice is kind of balancing the scales out or putting energy on one side of the scale, seeing what energy you get back. And I feel that's what you've learned for a long time. It's almost just saying to me, this is what you have been learning. With the Ten of Swords, you have the Page of Swords, being curious. I feel it's a great time to be curious, probably because of the retrogrades. I think Mercury retrograde is a great time to be curious, great time to make mistakes, because we learn from those mistakes much faster. With the Ace of Pentacles, Six of Swords, moving on to calmer shores. I'm telling you right now, that is a fertile opportunity, whatever it is. And that's the word I feel like using, the Ace of Pentacles. I kind of feel like it's multiple opportunities. There's two kind of leaves coming off of that, whatever this is supposed to be right here. So there's like two growth points right here. And I feel for some of you, again, this could be like love in a business that you're working on. You could be falling in love with a person that you end up having a business with. I'm kind of getting those kind of vibes here. I definitely get moving here. I do have Florida popping into my head for some of you. Some of you might be moving to Florida or something like that. Or maybe you're moving away from Florida. I don't know. But whatever. With the Ten of Cups, you have the Knight of Pentacles. Time to get moving. Time to start planting seeds. Literally, he is the only knight that isn't making any moves. He has these empty fields behind him. He just needs to plant seeds in those fields, and he will be successful. So I'm telling you as well right now that your finances look amazing, especially for those of you that find happiness, that find your Ten of Cups in a certain type of work. It's kind of interesting because I feel like maybe you haven't been able to do it for whatever reason. Maybe you've had other responsibilities or, other things going on. But I see some of you kind of doing work that leads to that crown that we have at the end. Something very important to you. Something that leads to a lot of fulfillment. But I feel like it's time now. That Knight of Pentacles is saying get moving. With the Temperance card, you have the Death card, you showing up. And not only that, you're showing up in the center of your reading, which is like the most powerful position that you can show up in. So you're showing up in a position of power and strength here, Scorpio, which is really nice. Love it. With the Page of Pentacles, you have the Two of Pentacles. Everybody's had the Two of Pentacles this week, which is weird. A lot of juggling energy, a lot of, I feel it could just be a busy week in general for you with that Two of Pentacles. With the Knight of Cups, you have the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is resourcefulness and being resourceful. Whatever you're working on, with that Knight of Cups, whatever you're thinking, like, oh, I have to plant seeds in this desert, well, here you go. You have this pentacle right here. She is truly resourceful. She might not have exactly what she needs to do something, but she kind of finds a way no matter what. she's also not focusing on this rabbit right here. The rabbit on the Queen of Pentacles represents like fertility and abundance, but it can also represent fears and anxiety. She's focusing on the pentacle, not her fears. So she's not worried that she's in the desert. She's like, I know the rain will come and fill the water up in front of me here. That is the river that's on the Knight of Cups, right? Just as an example. Could also be a Capricorn. There could be someone with like Capricorn or Earth sign coming in for you as well. You water signs have been getting a lot of Earth, so it wouldn't surprise me if it was an Earth sign that's coming in for you. With the Page of Cups, you have the Seven of Wands. I don't know if it's you or this person that's standoffish, but again, if you're attracting love, if you want love, I would open up to it here. If you don't, obviously don't, clearly, but this could be love or needing to open. I do kind of feel like you could be, this person, you could be moving towards someone who is a little bit closed off, but I do feel they will open up. We're going to have to look into it, but this is a really good love reading if you want love. Again, I try my best not to do love readings unless it shows up in the reading, and clearly here it is. But you could be attracting a person who maybe they've been through some things and they're kind of like having to open up. For others, the Seven of Wands, and I would say for all of you, Seven of Wands is a card of conviction. It's a card of believing something so deeply that you make it happen. So Page of Cups, again, could be your dream, your wildest dream. And I feel like the deeper you believe it, the more likely it is that it's going to happen. With the Justice card, here you go. You have the Ten of Cups here again. So, again, you will get what you focus on. Ten of Cups is happiness. Like I was saying, these people, they are choosing to be happy, but they still have to deal with the problems of the world. So I feel for a lot of you, choosing to be happy, putting energy into that side of things, clearly is going to lead to the most success. All right, we are going to clarify this again with the Oracle of the Radiant Sun to go deeper and get even more detail here for you, Scorpio, but let's see. With the Three of Swords and the Justice card, you have this Discovery card. A lot of these adventure cards coming up this week as well, which I find interesting. Like, I've just noticed that a lot of the signs this week have had these cards with like boats on them, or these cards that do represent adventure. This is actually the first one that you have, well, except for the Six of Swords, but I feel that some of you could be discovering new things. Remember, kind of looks like Florida, palm trees. I was saying something about Florida, so some of you could be either moving to Florida or traveling from Florida or somewhere tropical. It could just be somewhere tropical, I guess, in general, but very interesting. I'm also getting Louisiana or something. I don't know. Take it how it resonates, right? I don't even trust these things, but I feel like for some of you that you could be kind of it's almost like you're breaking a curse. Those are the words that are popping into my head with this card. So it maybe not really a curse. I personally don't really believe necessarily in curses, but because trust me, if they were real, I'd probably be dead at this point. But what I would say here with that Discovery card is that I feel like you're kind of discovering how to break free from something. Very interesting. With the Ten of Swords and the Page of Swords, you have this Eccentricity card. Cancer had this card as well. Could be a Cancer coming in for you if you're looking for love. It's funny, in the 2022 readings I did at the beginning of the year, everybody was getting the Two of Cups. And I just got this feeling that pretty much all of us could be just attracting a different type of love than what we would normally go for. And I kind of feel that for you here. I also feel that some of your more crazy ideas, again, we're entering into this time of Aquarius. This is Saturn in Aquarius. We're entering into the age of Aquarius, whatever you want to call it. I don't care. And what I would say here is that, kind of our crazy ideas are going to be the things that probably work the most. Aquarius, eccentric energy, original ideas, invention, reinvention, all those things. With the Ace of Pentacles and the Six of Swords, you have this Power card. Remember, I was saying power couple, so I feel some of you could be gaining power together with another person. This doesn't even have to be love. It could just be a business partner or something like that. I'm also noticing like the moon and the sun here. I feel for some of you, if you're attracting love, that you could be attracting a person where you are kind of like sun-moon energy, but you balance each other out. Two very different energies that work together. That's kind of what I'm getting here. For those of you in business, I also feel the same thing about your business. You could be attracting, working on a business that balances you out. There's just something about a better flow here. And again, clearly with all these really good cards of success, that key card, the leg, the money card, the bread card, the basket, the crown, are you kidding? I mean, to me, I feel this is saying that you're clearly doing the right things. Whenever I get readings like this, it could just simply be that you're in the flow, that you are aligned with what you're supposed to be doing. And because of that, because you're resonating with what you're supposed to be doing, you're attracting, abundance and good things. With the Ten of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles, you have this Secrets card. You could be the person with secrets. I don't know. Is this a bad thing? I would say no. I would be careful of secrets. I feel that if you're attracting a person who is standoffish, I feel like that's one way that they could be very standoffish, is if they feel there are secrets going on here. You could be attracting someone very intuitive. You yourself could be very intuitive, and I would trust your intuition here. With the Page of Swords, I do feel there is a need to look into secrets. It's like not really secrets, but sometimes I feel that we prevent ourselves from being successful by not learning the ins and outs of something. Or, it's like maybe you have a business and you're learning the business, and it's like, do you know everything you need to know to make it successful? If the answer is yes, then good. If the answer is no, then I would kind of go deeper. I would learn some of the secrets, of whatever it is that you're doing. With the Temperance card and the Death card, you have this Choice card. In this Choice card, it kind of, I'll show you over here, it kind of looks like the Justice card right here. And it's coming up in the same diagonal as Justice down here. So I kind of feel you have a choice to make. I feel like your choice is simple. 10 of Cups, right? If you're trying to make a choice right now, what decisions lead to the most fulfillment? That's a choice I would make. Just that simple. With the Two of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles here, you have this Achievements card. We know that there are a lot of achievements coming in for you at this time, clearly. I feel like that you've earned this. I do get this feeling. I think I said it earlier in the reading. There was something here about, I think I was saying it on the Temperance card, that you've been working towards this for a very long time. I feel like you've really been perfecting things, working on things, kind of healing, correcting your energy, doing the things you need to do, and now you're being rewarded. With the Knight of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles, you have this Principle card, Sun and the Moon on this card again. So, balance. I also feel if you're attracting love, you could be attracting a person where you have very similar kind of like morals, ethics, beliefs. It's like maybe you're very different, right? But maybe your kind of ideas for life are very similar. So you could be two totally different people, but kind of have very similar beliefs. Like this kind of looks like the Hierophant's crown here. So, could lead to marriage, or his hat, his mitre, whatever you want to call it. But I feel that for some of you. I feel like you need to stick up for your principles as well. You're not the only I think it was in the September readings, this card came up a couple of times. And, I was kind of feeling like the mid-September readings, I should say. And I was feeling like, for whatever reason, that there could be some moments where we really have to stick up for our, morals. We have to be moral. And, just something I would pay attention to. With the Page of Cups and the Seven of Wands, you have this Convention card. Convention, I'm not a big fan of convention right now because we're entering into this time of Aquarius. Convention is the way things have always been done, And what I would say here is if you're dealing with a person, Page of Cups with that Seven of Wands, who's standoffish, I feel they've just experienced the same thing over and over and over again. So they're kind of sick of repeating a cycle. This could be you, by the way, that is done repeating a cycle. So how do we get over this? How do we deal with this energy? Your answer is Justice card. I've been saying all year that justice is the answer of 2022. Put a little energy into something. If you get energy back, keep going. If you don't, leave, right? And I feel as long as you follow that you will be free from this convention energy. With the Justice card and the Ten of Cups, you have this Fulfillment card. I'm pretty sure Cancer ended with the same card. So definitely major fulfillment and abundance coming in for you, which we see throughout the whole entire reading. So that's amazing. This reading is definitely one of the better readings I've done for you in a while, Scorpio. So we're going to pull 3 yes or no question cards to finish off this 3-3-3. We're going to do 1, 2, and 3 right here. So feel free to pause the reading if you need time to think your questions. 1, 2, 3. For question number 1, I would say yes. I feel like you already know the answer to this question. You are very clear on the decision that you're about to make. Yes. Something having to do with communication is what I'm getting there. For question number 2, yes, it could be about whatever you just asked here. I tell people not to ask the same question for all 3 questions. When we do that, we're creating doubt and we get conflicting answers. People think they're smart and they think like, oh, I asked the same question, got 3 different answers. I'm like, yeah, you created doubt in the universe. So, I don't recommend it, but I do feel yes. And for question number 3, I would also say yes. For some of you, this is having to do with travel or some sort of expansion out into the world. I also get, if you're working on a project, like I said earlier in the reading, if you are revisiting a project or something that you worked on in the past, I feel like this is saying, like, give it a really solid effort, because I feel like you'll just be happy that you did. Again, I'm not saying you didn't work on it hard the first time, but maybe you just didn't go as deep as you wanted to. So again, if you're revisiting like a work or a business idea, career, clearly a lot of abundance here, but I would go deep. That Secrets card even is saying to me, learn the ins and outs, really learn it, what you're doing. I feel you'll be very successful. I like this. So thank you for being here, Scorpio. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.